Hello, I'm just going to show you Norwegian Purl. Norwegian Purl. I'm knitting the rib for the cuff for a pair of fingerless mittens, and the rib pattern in these fingerless mittens is a corrugated rib. It's a 2x2 corrugated rib, 2 knits and 2 purls. And then that pattern repeats across around. So the way that I'm doing this is my main colour is held in my right hand for English style knitting, and my contrast colour is held in my left hand for continental style knitting. And this is two-handed stranded colour work method. And the reason that I'm going to show you Norwegian Purl is I prefer this method for corrugated rib rather than having to bring my whole hand and the yarn forward. It gets very fiddly and acrobatic if I'm doing a standard purl. So I'm doing this magic loop, as you can see, magic loop method. So I'm just going to do my first 2 knits in English style. There's 2 English style knits now. I've got to remind myself to keep things in camera view. So here we are, I'm ready to start to do these 2 purl stitches. And the Norwegian Purl, the principle is that the yarn and the hand holding the yarn, the continental method, stay behind the needle. I'm not having to bring the yarn forward like that with my hand and work there. Instead, the yarn staying there in its normal working area. And the way that we do this is that we use the point of the needle to get the yarn in the area it needs to be to work a purl. And then, so I've taken the point of my working needle behind the yarn from the right hand side of it. And then I take the point of the needle into the stitch purlwise, ready to purl it. So there I've got the yarn in front of the needle and the needle point has come through the stitch ready to purl, and then this is it. I take the point of the needle back to the yarn. I flipped it round then, and I've taken it over the yarn, this time from the left hand side of the yarn, and then back under the yarn so that the yarn's done a full complete turn around the needle. I hope you can see that there. And then bring the point of the needle forward again and take it back through the stitch. That pulls the yarn through the stitch so that that's a completed purl. Drop the stitch from the needle as usual. So let's do that again. Take the needle point behind the yarn from the right hand side of the yarn. Bring the needle point through the stitch purlwise. Take the point of the needle back to the yarn, taking it over the yarn from the left hand side of it. Pull it under the yarn so that the yarn does a complete turn around the needle, and then bring the needle point forward and take it back through the stitch with the yarn going through with it. And then that completes the purl. Drop the stitch from the needle. So that's 2 completed purls. I'm going to continue along the rest of this needle very slowly, working these Norwegian purls so that you can see them all hopefully very clearly and hopefully in view of the camera. And there we have it. a needle with 2 rounds now of Norwegian Purl in the corrugated rib. Thank you very much, everyone.